All right, y'all. We are here to discuss the work we're going to be doing from our sit spot today. So, from the pictures in the lesson plan, you saw my sit spot observation that I listed for today. So, of course, I had the date for 27/20, sit spot observation written across the title here. And then I have the same four categories outlined for my observations as I do every week: how I feel, the weather, things I hear, and things I see. So, how I feel, I wrote, I miss school, but I feel grateful for my health and my family. Being outside always makes me feel better. Weather, it is so beautiful out. It is sunny and warm. There is a slight breeze that feels great on my face. Things I hear, I love the sounds from my sit spot: the river rushing, the birds chirping, and every now and then the occasional car going over the bridge. Things I see, the grass is growing taller and unruly in my yard. The trees are growing more and more buds. So I did my normal sit spot observation, which is the first thing I want you to do today. And then we are going to begin taking a temperature observation each week. Now, this means you'll need to collect temperature data. So I went backwards and collected data for you from the previous days that we visited our sit spot, and that's what you're looking at here. So what your job today is to do is to create your temperature line graph like I did here, and I'm showing you. Here it is in the notebook, and I'm showing it to you on the screen, obviously, so that we can continue to watch how the temperature changes as we go further into spring and eventually into summer. So just a few things to note about this line graph. At the top, I have my title, Sit Spot Temperature Line Graph. Then here, you can see the outline of the graph. So watch where my cursor is. At the bottom, that's called the x-axis. Along the x-axis, what I have is the dates that we have or will be going to visit our sit spot. So the first day we visited our sit spot was April 6th, 2020, then April 13th, 2020, April 20th, 2020, then today, April 27th, 2020. Now, we will also be recording the temperature for our future visits to the sit spot. So then the next one will be May 4th, 2020, May 11th, 2020, May 18th, 2020. And then I need to figure out when we're going to visit the sit spot the week of Memorial Day, because we won't have school on that Monday. So I'm waiting to put the date there. Then here, hold on, let me backpedal. Then along this x-axis, you can see I labeled that x-axis as date at sit spot. You need to label not only the title at the top, but also the x-axis and the y-axis so that people know what this data is telling them. So then along the left side here, where it says 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, that's called the y-axis, that axis going up and down, that line going up and down. And that is telling us the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. So we know that little zero, or that little circular symbol, means degrees, and then F means Fahrenheit. So what I did is I went back and I looked at the average temperature in Truckee. That might be slightly different if you're in Reno or Incline, for the days that we visited our sit spot. So on April 6, 2020, the temperature was about 42 degrees. So I did a dot right above 40, above that date. Then what I did was I looked up the temperature for April 13th, 2020. So if you follow that up, you can tell that the temperature on that date was about 51 degrees. So I did a dot there. Then April 20th, 2020, the temperature was about 55 degrees. So I did a dot right above April 20th, 2020, in between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Today was super warm. It was 65 degrees. So straight up from April 27th, 2020, all the way up and over, you can tell that's about 65 degrees. So after I made my dots, I took my ruler. You will need a ruler for this, and connected them so that I could see the progress on a line that connected the dots. So that's what you're going to be doing today. Let me know if you have any questions.